the Roblox Doors update officially being delayed due to the announcement by the developers last night, this brought a very interesting idea to the table. How about we ask artificial intelligence in order to code us a unique update for the game by scripting in Lua for us? We'll be finding out if the AI is able to perform, so you better like and subscribe if you want the update. Of course, we're going to be hitting up the AI chatbot simply called ChatGPT. This AI literally got released just under a month ago, and apparently it's headed by none other than Elon Musk himself. We can actually just chat with the AI just like with a normal person. For example, we're just going to ask them what the day is today. And as you can see in real time, they're actually responding to our inquiry. Now, the special thing about this AI is that they're even able to create scripts, especially within the language of Lua, which is what Roblox developers use in order to create their games. So obviously the first logical question is to ask them if they even know about Roblox Doors. I mean, that's common sense, right? You can't ask them about coding if they don't even know what the game is. Do you know the game called Roblox Doors? Yes, I am familiar with the game Roblox Doors. Bro, that's a good start. So I guess it's time to arm ourselves with the classified Doors files, and it's time to attack this AI to see what kind of updates it can do for the game. Let's first ask the AI if it's possible to change the wallpaper, especially for these walls. Being from an old hotel, I'm sure they could definitely use an update. So could you create me a script in order to change the wallpaper for games? Dude, it was even coding in real time, the actual code in order to change the wallpaper. And they are nice enough to give us a little description on how this code even works too. So obviously it's time to jump into Roblox Studio in order to see if this script even works. And with the official model of the reception room, and using the code that the AI was able to generate for us, I can confirm that we were actually able to change the wallpaper within the game, especially using those codes. But of course, we did have to find the decal ID, and we decided to go into the creator marketplace within Roblox and went with this backrooms wall texture seamless design. The designs are pretty similar, especially to the original Doors design, if you do say so myself. But the real question is, are these designs going to actually work within the actual game? And as you can see, right within the game, we can actually change the background walls for the game now, and it's within that same backroom style layout too. So this is honestly pretty astonishing. This not only shows us that ChatGPT was actually able to create some custom scripts in order to change the game, but also that has the capabilities of doing some pretty complex stuff. So why not take the difficulty up a notch? Our next plan of attack is going to be to try and recreate the famous grandfather clock that was shown within the leaks these past several weeks ago. The current one within the game is definitely in need of a restoration, especially since it doesn't even work and is not animated. So why not ask the AI to develop a Lua script in order to make this possible? And that's exactly what we did. Can you script me in Lua a grandfather clock that is working within the game? And they were actually able to develop a script in the programming language in order to create a functioning grandfather clock. And as you can see, this script is super long. It did take them quite a while in order to generate this. Now, unfortunately, the AI is not able to utilize modeling programs such as Blender, for example, and physically make the grandfather clock, so we had to make one from scratch in order for this script to work. And as you can probably tell, there were loads of errors and bugs within this specific code within Studio, so we had to fix it up and pair it with the models so that it made sense for the system. But after quite a bit of time, it was time to officially test it within Doors and see if it works. Alright guys, so we're back inside Doors once again, and this time we're going to be checking out to see if the grandfather clock will actually be working. So if we did everything correctly, it should spawn in this next door right here, and there it is! Right in front of us! And you guys can even hear it too from a distance! Wow! Now that's really cool! You can actually even hear the chimes being played once it hits midnight, and you guys can even see at the handles that they are working and they're moving as intended. And as a little bonus, even the pendulum works as well, which is honestly pretty insane. So this is probably how it's going to look like, especially when the update drops officially for Doors. And a really cool gimmick as well, if we try to progress throughout the hotel, you guys can still hear the ticking within the background, which does give the hint that it may be used as an entity locator. It's probably going to be used for that entity that we still have no idea about, but the fact that this clock actually works and that the AI was able to help put this into the game is pretty mind-blowing. Now, the grandfather clock was really cool, and so was the new wallpaper that the AI was able to script on relatively easily. But what about the new radio model leak that we found on the recent Screech plushie announcement video? This one will actually be tough, especially since we have to handcraft another 3D model that was very similar to the one shown within the leak. And after 30 minutes of modeling within Blender, this was what we came up with, which honestly wasn't bad at all. And if we import it into Roblox Studio, this is where it looks even better. Now it's time to head back over to ChatGPT and see what they can do about scripting a playable radio that would be able to play custom song IDs on command. Alright, here we go, ChatGPT. Do your magic and let's see some insane codes here. Could you please script me in Lua a radio that would be able to play Roblox song IDs for Roblox? Certainly, here's a base script that you can play in Roblox using a given song ID, and look at the freaking AI go to work, man. Honestly, that one was a little too short. I think we have to rephrase that question. Alright, here we go. This is looking more like it. We're getting a lot bigger of a code right here, so it's gonna make a lot more sense, and this one should honestly work. Looks like we gotta add in a lot of events in there too, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. So we were able to program in a couple of events to play the song and stop the song. And as you guys can hear, the song is currently working pretty well. So of course, now it's time to head back into Doors and see if the AI did its job or if it needed some improvements. So if we go inside the reception room, there's the radio right here. It's already in the game. It's gonna be on top of the table. And look what happens when we go near the radio. You are going to be able to interact with the radio. You guys can see the hold E button right there. And if we do indeed hold E, yeah, this is freaking sick, dude. But the fact that the radio is working pretty well, especially with this old style music, definitely gives Doors a little bit more feeling within the rooms. Within the leak, there were bookshelves in the background, so this radio could actually be used in the library as an item in order to help players distract Figure from catching and focusing on players. So this radio wouldn't just be nice to listen to songs within the game, it's actually going to be a very useful item.